Hey everybody, I'm excited. I haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks. I don't even have any makeup on today. The last couple of days I have put on some makeup and it's made my eyes swell and it's annoying. It makes them itch and carry on. So I decided to be free of the makeup. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we're in September. I just can't believe how fast this year is going. Lots of things are happening. In a good way, not a bad way. Just lots of fun things are happening. And I just know that September is going to be an amazing month for everyone, especially if you start doing September's new habit. And September's habit of the month is your before bed routine. I know you get tired and you just want to go to bed, but we all go through a routine in the evening, whether we believe it or not. We all do a routine. Sometimes they're effective and sometimes they're not. So let's just kind of think about the things that have to be done so that tomorrow, what can you do the night before so that your morning runs smoothly? Because there's nothing worse than sending your kids off to school with them in tears and you feeling bad about yourself because people couldn't find socks and they couldn't find something for breakfast, and everybody is in this total chaos in the morning getting ready for school. Let's stop this merry-go-round of hateful words and rushing around like a chicken with its head cut off, and let's focus for just a little bit in the evening. And your before bed routine doesn't start just before you get in the bed. Nope, don't do that. It starts as soon as dinner is over. If you walk in the door having eaten dinner out, which I do most of the time, you got to go from that point. So what can you do the night before? I can take a shower. I like to take baths so it calms me down. My bath is my relaxation time. We don't do that method around here, Karen. Somebody tell Karen that we don't do that. The main thing you have to realize is, what can you do tonight to make tomorrow better? It's just that simple. So let's focus on some little things. Check your calendar. If you check your calendar, and if you got to have a calendar that's up in front of the family. If the calendar is in front of the family, they're going to help you remember things. I posted a picture the other day where the calendar was right by the front door. Imagine that. Your calendar being right by the front door as you walk out the door. Last thing you check is the day of the week and to see, what's going on. But if you do it the night before, we can guarantee that you're not going to forget something. So if you check your calendar the night before and you check the weather, okay, right now we're looking at a lot of rain coming into the state of North Carolina. That rain is coming from a hurricane from Florida that's going to come up, cross over Georgia into South Carolina and up the eastern coast of the United States. Check your weather. No, if you've got to have your rain boots on tomorrow and a raincoat and take an umbrella, you put it at your launch pad. So your launch pad is where all the things that come together get placed so you don't run off and leave them behind. So check your calendar. See what you got to do for tomorrow. Do the kids have ball practice? Do they need their clarinet? Who knows what they've got to have for tomorrow? But just check the calendar and see what's going on. Lay out your clothes for tomorrow. Get your kids to do the same thing. Pick the clothes out you're going to wear tomorrow, because you never know when you might have to throw those same clothes on in the middle of the night because you've had an emergency. I've had to do it. I know many other people who've had to do this. So let's focus on what we can do tonight to make tomorrow better. Today's the first day of the month. So pick out your clothes. Make sure you go to bed with a shiny sink so that you're not surprised when you get up in the morning and there's dirty dishes in it. Run your dishwasher so that you've got clean dishes, and if you run it at night, maybe you'll have a chance to put them away before you go to bed, and then you start the day with an empty dishwasher. You don't have to leave your sink full of dishes. Do you see how this works? It's so simple. It makes everything run smooth. I know people that put oatmeal in the crock pot so that it's ready to go in the morning, having cooked on low at night. There's recipes all over Pinterest on how to have, you put oatmeal in glass mason jars with water and milk and stuff, and it stays in your refrigerator, and then you just nuke it right quick. We can come up with some quick ways, but we got to think ahead. Thinking ahead is the part that we forget. But we're purposely, with our before bed routine, going to be thinking about the things we can do tonight to make tomorrow better. So pick out your clothes. If you're going to take a lunch, then pack your lunch and put it in the refrigerator. You may need to put a note by the launch pad that says, get the lunch out of the refrigerator. There goes my dog barking. And somebody's coming in my house. I hope not, because Robert's not home. So what can you do tonight to make tomorrow better? And then the last part of your routine is cooling down for you. To take some time to turn the electronics off. People have trouble going to sleep because their eyes are focused on this bright spot they're looking at on their phones. Set up a routine. Check your email before you go to bed. But you do it about an hour before and shut that down. You check Facebook right quick. The other night I checked Facebook before I went to bed. And sure enough, there was an emergency happening where my sister lives. So I sent a text to my nephew and I said, "Where's your dad?" And this is not my sister's husband. It's my sister's ex-husband, but it's Alexander's father. And I said, there has been a fire at the Watts Bar nuclear plant. And his daddy works there. So he sent his dad a text right quick. And if there had been a meltdown or anything, I had Alexander check the routes on how to get out of town. It's about 50 miles away and which way to have to go. All that's posted online. It's all about being prepared, thinking about tomorrow. So I checked my email, checked Facebook one last time, checked to see if I had any questions that needed to be answered from employees and that sort of thing. And bam, I was ready to go. And then I go through my personal hygiene checklist. I have to put drops in my eyes. I put my earplugs in. I have some nose spray. I have to take my blood pressure medicine, put some chapstick on. First I wash my face and I brush my teeth. And all that stuff kind of, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, it all kind of falls together. And I'm ready to go to bed. My clothes are laid out because I do that as soon as I take a bath. I pick my clothes out and they're in the bathroom ready to go. I have a basket. I'll have to show you that sometime. It's like my clothes are in file folders. And we fold them up and we put them in, turn the basket right side up and slide them in sideways. And then the basket just slides in its little cabinet. My clothes are all laid out, ready to go. We can make this easy if we will just take baby steps to think about what's going on tomorrow, to get the house looking nice so that you're not getting up to, it's a last minute run around the house and put out hot spots. It takes 2 minutes to do this. Empty the dishwasher so that you're ready to go in the morning. Get breakfast started, set the table, put the cereal boxes out, whatever you need to do to make things run smoother. Because you're going to be blessed in the long run. Because your children are going to walk out the door with smiles on their faces. You're going to be able to leave in a timely manner in the event, with a little grace behind you, in the event that you have a flat tire or car trouble or, God forbid, forget something. But these kids are going to be calm. And we want them to go to school calm. Now, if you homeschool, You do the same thing. It's the same routines. And the kids have to be dressed to lace up shoes just like you do to do school. But you may want to walk around the house and come back in, start school. You need a transition time. And with your before bed routine, that last part of the routine is the transition time from watching TV, looking on your tablet, on your phone, looking at your computer, getting the lights turned down low. I mean, when I'm getting ready for bed at night, I just turn on a little light in my bathroom. I don't turn on my full spectrum lights. It's a little light that's behind the shower curtain. So it's a dimmer light, so it's not resetting my brain that it's daylight hours. So think simply about these things, and it's going to make tomorrow better. The before bed routine is the most important routine of the day. And it starts right after dinner. Now, if you don't think you have time, just do 3 steps. Pick out your clothes for tomorrow. Make sure your sink is shining. And go to bed at a decent hour. That's our big problem. We don't go to bed at a decent hour. If we will condition ourselves to going to bed at a decent hour, we'll be able to get up with the flow of the family. 15 minutes before the flow of the family will make it all better. Try this, see how you like it, and send me your testimonials about it. And keep in mind, this is a holiday weekend, so be careful out there. And it's the last weekend for our purple Rag Bogo. Last weekend. Oh, my dog's going to bark. He's whining. He's carrying on like crazy. Come here, Chief. Come here. He doesn't know what to do. Robert's just now coming home from chess. Anyway, so check out the Bogo. It's only just till Tuesday the 6th at midnight Eastern Daylight Time. And let's get this before bed routine going. And take care of yourself. One of the things I do before I go to bed, I always have my purple rag. I clean my glasses before I go to sleep, because I don't want to get up in the morning thinking my eyes are matted shut. Sometimes they are because I'm allergic to so many makeups. But these things clean glass like you wouldn't believe. It's wonderful. Try it. See y'all later. Love you. Bye. Let me see how to turn this thing off.